maybe in trying to take care of the mother earth, trying to promote programs of deforestation where they address us and such things, and methods of taking care of when it's dry season, maybe how people can conserve food and such things.
Thank you. Any other addition? Yes, ma'am.
I think to be specific on sensitization too has to do with the people's mindset or concept of the military or the army. You will notice that sometimes this terrorism comes from these people of forces and who are mostly from the other religion, Muslims. For Nigeria, for example, majority of them are Muslims. And if this is being perpetuated, even if it is tackling of Boko Haram, because these are the same Muslims, they connive among themselves. And the Christians, right from antiquity, from the time of Augustine, Ambrose, there have been debates concerning whether military is good or evil. These people are still suffering it up to date. Whether military is good or evil, they don't really know, since it was shedding of blood. So I think that orientation is necessary.
Thank you. Any other addition? If not, now we are going on sexual abuses in the church today. Father gave us three questions. We are going to take the first question and we start by the first group. Bruno, you're welcome.
Thank you, Father. The first question about the sexual abuses. Do we have policy for the prevention and protection of that issue of sexual abuse in our different circumscriptions? On this question, in my group, we are not, can say, united because we had different answers. Because in some countries or circumscriptions, they have that the policy or those policies, but in others, they don't have. That's why in Kenya, they said that yes, they have the policy, they have that preventing measures. Because if someone is caught in such an issue, the same person will be condemned. The same person will be the others are taught and informed about. They really need that the policy on that issue of sexual abuses, not only for those information, and also for us priests or those who are undergoing information. And for us in Congo, we said this. We said that it's not clear. It's not clear, but in every institution, that the policy on such an issue should exist. That's why in all we said this. We said that in every institution, that preventing measures against a issue like sexual abuses should exist. So, if other circumstances have not yet got that the policy for preventing and protecting the sexual abuse, so they have to look for it because it is a very tough issue. I think that's what we said. If I forgot something, my brothers, if you can add.
In our group on the issue, we also said the police are not only for we religious, as far as we're working some institutions, for example, schools and so on. The abuser may be one of our co-workers in the school, for example, secondary school and so on.
So these are the necessary, we should have policies. Because once something is wrapped in one of our institutions, the burden will not only rely on person as such, it also affect our so national. So it's the issue that we should not do away without. So how many? 13 years. So they do students, we don't have the policy as such, but me when I was the master of the yes, and then also what I'm going to do as the player of the community or as the elder of the community, when people come, even the student or the young people, please come, I tell them, the rule is very terrible. If you go, you try something, be sure that you are going to the jail. So take care. Every time when is a new member of the community, I say it.
Thank you very much, Father Michael, for giving to our brothers oral policy. Maybe next time you want to find well, just an addition, as Father Edgar mentioned, it is not something optional. We have been asked to produce at least a copy of our policy. The policy of our circumscription and send it to the. This is an act of responsibility. It is to help us, first of all, to prevent it from happening, and then to guarantee a safe environment for the children and vulnerable adults. As he mentioned, it is not only about friars, but also people who work with us. Someone, a worker or a teacher may commit something, or maybe a parishioner, or maybe people who have come into our environment or within a setting, and they do something which is not good for a young, for a child or a vulnerable person. Who takes up the responsibility? So this is a call for us to reflect, a call for us to be responsible and to be transparent in our relationship with others, because this is important. Reflection, responsibility, and transparency. Thank you. Yes,
I just want to know, can a very good moral admonition, which is our code, within the context of mitigating a case of sexual abuse? Am I don't want to with that. For example, you have done it with a very good heart. A person gets into the community and you say, look, my friend, this is a dangerous environment. But it's just an oral and moral admonition. Does it hold in a context of litigation, for example?
I think, as I mentioned, we are not to scare anyone. It's to help us to be aware and to be all responsible for one another, because candidates come in to join us, share our life, and to become part of us. So, as I mentioned in one of the points, fraternal life of communion should also be part of the measures or steps
to be taken concerning that, which will entail a strong community structure, formation for candidates who come in. It's not about dictating to them rules, okay, you sign this. No, you will have the person come to terms with something that is part of his own life and how he can address some of the difficulties he will encounter during the course of his formation and also in the course of his own life. It's not about signing as if you want to punish the person or you take off responsibility from yourself. No. To help us to be responsible, to be aware, and then to be responsible for ourselves and also for others. That comes first before any law.
Thank you, Father. And now I think we can hear more from this. Yes, Father.
I might have not heard James well, but I think the question he asked is, can oral, like that warning, be used, for example, if there is a litigation, there is a case going on now as a reference in relation to the case, which I don't think can happen. You require, whatever is not written does not exist as such. So in case of, it will be very complicated for you to produce oral, like as Bernard called it, the oral policy. It might be too tricky, I think. So it is necessary to have this written and maybe somebody has signed.
Or in the presence of witness.
Concerning the first question, the most pronounced forms of sexual abuse in our areas, we named 4.
Sorry. I said it should be reversed. The last question should be the first. That's what.
The last question is on concrete steps.
Yeah, no,
Sexual on the policies.
Yeah.
Okay, concerning the policies, we mentioned that there should be policy for protection of minors. We should give orientation to staff or those we work with at our various establishments on what this policy is. And they should be given copies to sign that they have read it, and then they are ready to take the consequences if they go against those rules. And this should go to both our church and schools.
Thank you. Any addition? Yes.
Yeah, we gave an example of the schools, and that's a school as far as the policy is concerned. And we say that last year, some boxes were put in place, and these are in toilets. The toilets were chosen because at that age, most probably when children go to eat themselves, so many things can happen there. But a kid who is very much aware of the presence of the box, first might be afraid because that box looks like a camera. That's the first thing. And the second one is that in case anything happened, then it can be reported because there's somebody in charge who passes by, I don't know which frequency, at least to collect the data that have been put inside there. The first report that was brought in my office, as far as that research is concerned, showed that to a certain extent, there were issues, of course, at the level of children that could be dealt with. But there are others also that were listed there and were not really meaningful. But when you understand that this is done at the level of primary school or high school, then you are very much, for instance, at least they are aware of any, if anything happens in school, these are the steps to take in order to handle it. We have the boxes here. If you like, you can also visit the sessions.
Thank you very much. Yes, Father.
I would like to send you back, but the question was, do you have the policy? But not the implication of that policy, I think the question was. No, for us all.
Okay, well, I think some circumscriptions have them.
Yeah.
The delegation of Kenya sent yes, Secretary General, because he has been in communication with the persons responsible, so that they can have those policies ready for presentation during the ordinary general chapter in September.
Thank you very much, Father. I think now it is a bit clear. For those who are ready for declarations, and those who have not yet done it, please, brothers, it's the time for us to try to catch up. Thank you. Now we can continue to the second question. Thank you.
The second question. What are the forms of sexual abuses that are more pronounced in our places, in our society, in our community? With my group, we said it is this issue of sexual abuse is everywhere. And you listed some point. The first one is talked about harassment. Harassment is kind of maybe when you are in power, so you use that of your power in order to abuse, to win, or to win the field. Something like that. Harassment. That was very good. Yeah, so you use your power in order to govern. Something like that. Harassment was the first point. And the second one that we talked about was rape. So some young people, even some people, they look for women, not in a good manner, to stay with them. Like here for us in Congo, we talk of those people called Kuruna and so on. And then also, we talked of it is a reality, it is happening in schools, that someone said that it is called Max Secret.
Sexually transmitted
Max, something like that. So
no, it's Max, yeah, it's Max sexually transmitted.
transmitted, yeah. So it's a reality that between does not give what his teacher is asking for. So even if she's good, she's smart in a class, she will not success. So she has to give what the teacher is asking for to get good marks. We talked also about it. And there were 2 points that Father James talked about, but it's not right if he can complete. Thank you, Father.
I can remember one for now. The next one was female genital mutilation, whereby the practices of girls having the genitals mutilated, and this is a cultural practice, but I guess it is dehumanizing. One, it causes a condition called fistula, whereby the woman will just pass urine, among other problems, will just pass urine even without her consent. I guess it creates a very serious medical issue that probably will take long to heal that type of a person. The only thing that probably, I can't remember the next one, but the one thing I was sharing with Edmund is that the church has been very sincere in laying down policies and in making it clear what it means to be abused, and also conscientizing those in the clergy and the like. But I guess that system we have set has exposed the ministers, if I use that word, to a very vulnerable level, because we have cases whereby somebody is abused sexually, for example, a priest, but because of the environment, because of the estate.
Thank you very much, Brother James. Any addition on this page, just for them?
We also talk of special the situation in Tanzania now, apart from the abuses we have in the primary school and secondary, pregnancy and pregnancy. So the government has passed a policy whereby if you have that case, for example, again is pregnant, she will not continue with her studies. Now this also creates another problem. So the abuse is there because this doesn't contain that act, but the victim now, being those girls, they are not using the normal way of sex. They do it in another way. So this creates another problem. Now imagine 10 years, what will happen? You see? So the problem we have are massive with the politicians. They are looking for the simple answers to complicated questions, difficult questions. So by putting that police government, they also created another problem because these young they'll not stop doing that. So they will come another way, which is wrong. So we'll have a society of I don't know what.
Thank you, Father. If there is no more addition, now we can listen to the group two.
The most pronounced forms of sexual abuses in areas where we stay or live, work. We mentioned four. The first being rape, then incest, sexual exploitation, and sexual harassment. And these are triggered by media, immodest conversations, indecency, lack of monitoring, or being in isolated places alone. Most times these things occur sometimes for lawful reasons, or out of poverty, or to gain marks or scores or admission, or to get promoted, or to get offers of jobs or accommodation. And one of us observed that mostly these things happen in cities. I don't know, even in villages now. And when these issues are being reported, sometimes the procedure of reporting can be so unbearable, and the people end up being held captive of all these abuses. And sometimes even when they report, no actions or responses are given. So these people continue to wallow in these problems. Or sometimes those who are perpetrators of this act are asked to marry such persons in some cultures, or to pay some money, or to make some offerings. So all in all, we say enough is not done to really tackle these problems. You find out in families regarding incest, for example, some parents so much know the outside world without knowing their homes, or they so much trust their children being with their cousins and relations to an extent of living or abandoning them in the same room, boys and girls from grown up. And so they need to call this paid directly and then tackle it is column. So these are what we discussed. Still in line with this. If there are additions for the group.
In addition, if not, we have come up with 4 forms of sexual abuses, that is harassment, rape, female circumcision, and incest. Thank you very much. We go to the last question, question number 3. Group 1.
The last question. What are the concrete measures or steps you will take in dealing with this issue of sexual abuse? With my group, we talked of 3 steps or 3 measures. The first one was about organizing some workshops whereby you can teach people, you can make aware young people. So organizing some workshops. And the second one, in some countries, there is also this issue of police protection. So it's the police who's taking or who are taking protection about this issue of sexual abuse. And the last one that we talked about was about the use of mobile phone. Mobile phone. By this point, we said this. There are some people, for instance, teachers or big men, with their phone are dragging women or girls, maybe with messages, with with some that thing on WhatsApp. You call and you talk and you leave it someone in WhatsApp. I don't know what is the voice call or what, something like that. You can apply it. You talk and you send. When I will open my WhatsApp, I will see it and listen to what you left to me as a message, something like that. So there are some people, some teachers or big men who are doing it. And now, if a teacher or someone does it, if the woman or the girl is keen, so she can take that message and bring it maybe to the headmaster, maybe to the director, maybe to the police, maybe to the superior. So when she brings that message to her parents or to the headmaster, so the headmaster can take that message and hear it and maybe call the owner, the person who did that, who did it. It's also a way for us to reduce, or it's also a step for us not to reduce this issue of sexual abuses. So the use of mobile phone. So those are some points that you listed. If I forgot some, my members can add.
Thank you, Father James. Yes.
No, I just wanted to clarify
Yes.
something about what you just said.
Yes. Thank you.
And I guess it's an example that you have already given. That a person can use, a vulnerable adult can use the same social media actually to counter the kind of advances by somebody who is seeking for sexual favors. And I guess you give an example that a girl, a principal or a teacher of a school is making sexual advances towards a specific girl, but she came to know how to use her mobile phone by tapping all the information that this man was expressing to him. I mean, all audio, and subsequently say, look, if you don't stop these advances, I'm going to use this gadget to expose your advances. In other words, for the young people to be taught and trained how to use social media responsibly. That's all.
Thank you very much. Any addition?
Yeah.
I think the last thing I was trying to say that is to give education to the parents. There are most of our parents, they do not know how the harassment is being done to their children. For example,